Hey, Dena here. Well, the short version is, I've decided I want to try to give up coffee. I've been drinking coffee every morning since probably I was about 10, and, it's always just been part of my morning routine that I have to have. And I've just gotten to a point where I'm not really enjoying it so much anymore. It's just kind of I just kind of drink it out of force of habit now. I basically did a quick search on the internet and I came up with a 7-day plan that a guy came up with who was a doctor, I think, and I'll link to it in the description. But I thought I would give it a shot. I'm like, okay, I'll spend a week trying to wean myself off of coffee, and I thought I might do it in the style of Mike J's a week on videos, but it'll be like a week off coffee. Probably won't be as entertaining as his videos. Yeah, I just thought I would do that and document it, and this probably won't be like an episode video per day sort of thing. I can't imagine I'll have a lot to say after this one. It'll just be like, I'll probably like mention what I'm doing, and like I'll mention what I did that day and how I felt and whether or not I felt like the lack of caffeine was getting to me or anything like that. Honestly, I might be overthinking this a little bit because I really only have like 1 or 2 cups of coffee, and it's usually only in the morning. I occasionally have them at night on the weekends because I like to stay up late. But honestly, just kind of as a test, I'm filming this on a Sunday. Just as a test, I've been kind of like the last couple days, so like Friday night and Saturday night, I didn't have any coffee. Rather than make myself like 2 cups of coffee to keep myself awake until 2 a.m., I just like tried to eat foods that are supposed to give you energy. Like I had a banana with peanut butter one time and, you know, stuff like that. So I think I may switch to trying to do that a little bit more and kind of get away from caffeine, at least as a regular thing. Like, I don't think that caffeine is so horrible that a person can't ever have it, but I don't know if having it every morning is good for me. Another thing is, I have almost always slept terribly. It used to be that it would take me half an hour on a good night, and, you know, on most nights it would take like an hour for me to fall asleep. But like now it's getting so that I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm awake for hours, and just like my sleep is just terrible. And I have heard, and I don't know how true it is, but I have heard that like if you drink coffee in the morning, like it can stay in your system long enough to keep you awake that night. So basically I figure it can't hurt to try giving up coffee. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm getting as much out of it as I used to. I'm not enjoying it so much. Like, I still like coffee, but I'm really feeling like I'm drinking it out of force of habit more than anything else lately. I used to really need it back before I started. I used to not shower first thing in the morning, and I used to not think I had time. Once I started making time to shower in the morning, I don't feel like I need coffee as much to wake me up, because the shower wakes me up. But before I was showering every morning, I would just like trudge into the kitchen like a zombie, like, coffee. And, you know, I just like, now I'm getting so that I shower when I first wake up in the morning, and like, coffee maybe helps wake me up a little bit more, but really that shower does most of the work. So I've been sort of thinking of giving up coffee for a while, and it just feels like the right time. I've been doing DDP yoga, and my husband and I both have that program. We're like subscribed to that whole program. I watch his he does little cooking videos too that are on his site, and there was one where he showed the breakfast that he makes for himself every morning, and it was actually kind of similar to the breakfast I have, only like, you know, like mine is eggs and toast and his is eggs and toast. He puts sprouts on the eggs, which doesn't sound that good to me, but I noticed that he has like a glass of like grapefruit juice or orange juice, and I'm like, that sounds good. I should try having that for breakfast. Oh, no, can't, because I have to have my coffee. And then eventually I was watching that video again, and I'm like, maybe I should just give up coffee and try having fruit juice with my breakfast, you know? So, you know, it's partly a psychological thing. In a way, I sort of feel like I'm chained to having coffee every single morning. And especially, you know, it's summertime and I live in California and it's like freaking 100 degrees today, and like I had to have a hot beverage this morning. Like I kind of don't even really want it. It's just like I keep saying, it's just part of my routine. So I want to try. I'm going to spend a week trying to wean myself off of coffee. Unfortunately, I'm recording this. This is the first day. This is day one, basically, of my week off coffee. Unfortunately, I'm filming this later in the day. I had stuff going on this morning. I didn't have time to film before having my coffee or anything. I did film myself making the coffee, which I'll show a little bit later, I guess. So anyway, technically today is day one, even though I don't do anything differently today. Basically, the way this works is day one, have your normal amount of coffee. Day 2 through day 5, you blend your coffee with 50% decaf, and you drink that for the next 3 days. And then on day 6, you have like 1/4 of coffee to 3/4 of decaf. And then on day 7, you just start drinking decaf. So yeah, I realize that's still drinking coffee, and it's really coffee in general. Not just the caffeine, but coffee in general, really, that I kind of want to wean myself off of as far as having it every single day. But I feel like it's probably easier to switch to decaf and then quit coffee in general after that. That just makes more sense to me. But yeah, it's probably not a big deal that I didn't really document today because it was just a regular day. I woke up, I took a shower, and then shortly after I had my coffee. And like I said, I don't feel like it really especially wakes me up anymore. It'll be interesting to see if I have any sort of withdrawals. Again, I don't know if I really drink enough coffee for that to be the case, but I wanted to do this gradually just in case, because you never know. Maybe the reason I don't feel any effects from the caffeine is because I've built up a tolerance to it, and maybe I will feel some sort of effect when I give it up, but we'll see. So here I am making my coffee. It's really just 2 heaping spoonfuls with just 1 cup of water, which is kind of hard to measure because the smallest amount it has in there is 2 cups, but yeah, I just kind of eyeball it. And then I make breakfast while I'm waiting for that to brew. Now for the sweetener, I actually used to put a ton of sugar in my coffee. That was another issue with me drinking coffee every day. I eventually learned to basically cut it with Truvia, so I use a lot less. But I still use kind of a lot of sugar, like 1 heaping spoonful and then like, I don't know, maybe half a spoonful. It was a little hard doing this one-handed. I'm not used to filming with my phone. So yeah, that's another issue with drinking coffee. It's really difficult to lose weight when you're blowing through your entire sugar allowance first thing in the morning. Again, the Truvia helped, but I'm still having to buy all this Truvia and sugar and stuff just for putting it in my coffee, and I blow through it fairly quick, the Truvia anyway. And yeah, that's just about the perfect amount. It leaves just enough room at the top. And I just add enough, I just kind of top it off with milk. I was using coconut milk, but I'm kind of poor right now, and regular milk costs less. And then I pop it in the microwave for 15 seconds because the coffee's never hot enough for me when it comes right out of the pot. I don't know what that's all about. I mean, yes, I added milk, but even if I don't add milk, it's still not hot enough. And that's another thing that annoys me about coffee. I'm always having to heat it up. When I get about halfway through, it'll be too cool and I'll have to stick it in the microwave again. So yeah, that's about it for now. This will probably be its own video, but I'll probably be combining days in later videos. I'm not going to do it 1 video per day or anything, because I don't feel like I'm going to have that much to say about it every day. So yeah, that's it for now. See you next time. Let me know if you find this interesting at all. It's just a random little thing I thought I would do. That's it for now. See you next time.